Hello Virgo, welcome to Fifth House Divination. My name's Kirsty and today's reading is a yes-no reading for April 2021. So if you think of a question you like a yes-no answer to, just have the death card pop out, then hopefully this reading will give you some idea of the answer, whether it's a yes or a no, and also the information surrounding why it's a yes or no. The readings are general, so please do just take what resonates. The best idea with these is to have a look to see if the cards around the yes or no kind of resonate with what's going on in your life at the moment. Do check out your other sun, moon and rising signs, because there may be something in there where the story may align a little bit more closely with your own. And yeah, okay, so if you saw the format of this, it's 8 cards. So the reading is built around yes, so what is actually happening soon, what's coming in, whatever it is that's been delayed, and then what's not happening in the no position. So we're going to get 7 other cards to go with this. This is the indicator of the answer, whether it's a yes, soon, delayed or no. And the other 7 cards will give us some information that will build us a story up around that. So I just need to pick another 7 cards for you. We'll give those a quick shuffle and then we'll lay them out in 4 sets of 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's pick one from in here. We've got 7. So Virgo. Underlying energy then is the Ace of Swords. Some kind of new clarity, some sort of new idea, communication, an epiphany maybe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That makes 8. Pop that in there, give them a little bit of a shuffle up. This is based on, I did some readings back during the Mercury retrograde. Are they coming back? Yes, no. So if you like that's this style of reading. I really enjoy doing them. Do let me know if you like them. The channel's fairly new. So I'm just trying to understand what it is you guys like, what you want. So please do let me know in the comments if you enjoy this style of reading, and also let me know your stories if these readings resonate with you. I love to see how they play out, so please do let me know. And right, okay, so in the yes position we've got the Devil. That did actually just come out in the Leo reading. I did give them all a good old shuffle. So, and I was blushing like crazy when I was doing the Leo readings. That's actually quite funny. Let me just pop this card out over here. So in the yes position, then we've got the Devil. This talks about the things that hold us back, the things that we feel connected to that are no longer serving us. In the soon position, we've got the 4 of Cups. This is some sort of emotional ambivalence. In the delayed position, we've got the 7 of Pentacles. This talks about review and harvest. And in the no, we've got the 10 of Wands. So this can talk about laying down our burdens, feeling overburdened, possibly. So back up to the yes position, we've got the 2 of Pentacles. So there's going to be some kind of juggling. There's some kind of juggling, some kind of trying to keep things afloat, keeping things in balance going on. With the 4 of Cups, we've got the Empress. In the delayed position, we've got the 5 of Swords. And in the no position, we've got, right, okay. So the answer to your question is no. And the card that comes with it is the 10 of Wands. So this talks about feeling overburdened or laying down our burdens. So the answer in April to the question that you're asking is no, and it's something to do with being overburdened. And either because you're overburdened or refusing to lay down your burdens. Okay, so let's have a look at the rest of it then, just to see if this is for you. So as I say, we've got the Ace of Swords as the underlying energy. This can talk about clarity, it can talk about new information and new perspective. What is going to be happening then is in the yes position. So what is going to be happening is we've got the Devil, which talks about the things that once served us, that we were once connected to, that have now got to a point where they're holding us back. The Devil is the kind of the dark side of the Lover's card. So in the Devil, we feel tricked or trapped into believing that we can't escape something. The Devil can talk about habits, it can talk about people, things, situations that we're connected to. But at one point in time, these were people, situations, things, substances that helped us. And now it's got to a point that we've given them so much power, or they have assumed so much power in our life that they now control us. But it's an illusion of control, and that's the problem with the Devil. It's an illusion. And the card that comes with it is the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles can talk about juggling two very different separate things. So this would be two, could be two jobs, two people. The Devil could be Capricorn energy, so there may be a Capricorn. But the Capricorn energy is also real kind of persistent. It's a sort of results orientated and driven. So I'm feeling very much this is some kind of it's almost like a slavery to repetitive action. You're sort of stuck in a phase of, or a period of having to keep, you're desperately trying to keep these two balls, juggling these two things up in the air. You're standing on your tiptoes. It feels like a real kind of performance. Now, as I say, this could be because of something that you're attached to, or this could be some sort of behaviour pattern, or there is something that you're really trying to sort of keep going, but this is not necessarily something that's good for you. So coming in then, we've got the Four of Cups and the Empress. The Four of Cups is emotional ambivalence. In the traditional Four of Cups, there's three that he's just really not even entertaining. He can't be bothered. He doesn't want to take. And then there's this fourth cup that he either can't see, or he's really just not impressed by. And it's a real kind of feeling of meh. I can't be bothered. It's really not worth the effort. In this Four of Cups, there is actually a raised cup with a flower in it, and she's looking at it. So this does make me think that coming in for you, there may be some element of identifying something that could potentially emotionally give you some kind of fulfillment. And then with this, we've got this beautiful Empress energy, and the Empress is the divine feminine. She is the ultimate creator. This is a real sort of creative energy. It also talks about the Empress is sort of that form of gestation before giving birth to something. In the Major Arcana, we've got the Empress, who is the creative force, who creates and nurtures, and then the Emperor kind of grounds it down into the real world. So this is some kind of creative process. I think you're in the process of identifying something that resonates with you, something that's going to lift you out of this funk, this sort of round and round and round and round and round and round and round. Again we go. I made myself dizzy just saying that. I think there is going to be something coming in for you that you're going to identify as a real sort of beautiful creative energy. And you're going to spot it when it comes in. Okay. But what in this no position, there is this 10 of Wands. So I think it's a no, because whatever this is that you've got to keep going with, it's keep going round and round and round. You sort of almost like enslaved to it. You know, it's a sort of a... I'm trying to think of a good... I can't think of an example. But it's something that once you start with it, you can't stop, you know, because there is a real sort of pressure to keep it going. But it's not something, it's not a healthy pattern for you. It's not something that's doing you any good. But through your refusal to lay things down, there is an element of whatever your question is. It's no, because I'm feeling that, you know, you're not going to put this, you're not going to stop this. Trying to break away from this could, or getting out of this routine, this pattern, could be quite difficult for you. I'm not judging you, you know, I'm not saying you should, I'm not saying you shouldn't, I'm just saying that whatever your question is, the answer is no, and it's in the no position because of this 10 of Wands. It might be too much effort, actually. It could be coming through as a, you know, too much effort to sort of do it. And the 10 of Wands also talks about, in a lot of ways, it talks about being closer than you think. So at the 10, or is that the 9? At the 9 you are absolutely exhausted. No, at the 10 it's definitely about sort of closing out a cycle. So there is something, this is in the no position, there is something that you're not closing out, and that's why the answer is no. In the delayed position then, we've got the 7 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. The 7 of Pentacles talks about a review. The Pentacles is a tangible suit. It talks about things in the real world. It talks about our resources. And at the 7, we've put a lot of effort, a sustained effort into building something, and our efforts are starting to bear fruit. So at the 7, what we're doing is we're taking, it's almost like a kind of a stock check. It's a harvest of looking at the tangible results of what we've done before. What are our efforts giving to us in real terms? What are we getting back? So this is a period of review, and analysis and judgment, and then deciding where you want to. Do you want to continue sort of planting in this way, and do you want to continue contributing, or are you thinking, right, no, that's it, I've you know, enough is enough now. So the 7 of Pentacles, so there is a delay to a harvest possibly from our efforts, or possibly there is a delay to a review. And this is down to the 5 of Swords. And it's interesting actually, because it's the only, we've got the Ace here. So there is some sort of new clarity, new information coming through, which I think we sort of see up here in this 4 of Cups, this understanding, this emotional understanding of what might fulfill you creatively. But then there is a delay to this 5 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords talks about conflict, arguments. The 5 of Swords is a victory, but at a cost. You know, you win, but you know, what do you have to lose in the process of winning? What do you have to sacrifice to get to where it is that you want to go? So there may be some element here of sacrifice. in this particular card, she's got 2 swords in her back and he's holding the 3. He's got 3 swords and she's actually got 2 in her back, which, you know, it does sometimes make me think of like a betrayal. The 2 of Swords is generally more about a choice or a decision, or understanding what the truth of something is, understanding which ace is correct. So I think with this, there is some sort of a delay to a review. I think there is something, looking at this 10 of Wands and this 2 of Pentacles, I think there is something, I think ending this cycle and laying down your burdens is going to be some kind of, there is some kind of sacrifice that's needed. And obviously to understand what it is that you want to sacrifice, that you want to give up, you're going to have to do a review to do that. And I can understand why, you know, you might not want to look at this. You might just want to sort of sit blindly, juggling, staying in there, because sometimes it's easier to do this than it is to look at things, especially if you know that by when you really truly face something, when you face up to something, when you really see things in the cold light of day, you know, you might have to give something up. So Virgo, I'd love to hear your experience of this. If you know, if this does resonate with you, if this is your story, I'd love to, if you want to share, I'd love to see in the comments how this is sort of panning out for you. But this is not, I mean, this is kind of tricky energy for you guys. So this is preferring to juggle and preferring to kind of stick with the habits, because the truth, I guess, of what you have to do to move on is a real kind of, it could be some sort of sacrificing something or someone, or some kind of betrayal, and it's never a nice energy. But I think at some point this 4 of Cups and this Empress will probably kind of win out. But anyway, for April, it's a no, because there is either, I'm seeing this as a sort of a not laying down your burdens, and not, again, there is an element of not wanting to look at what needs to be sacrificed, or at the arguments, or at the, you know, that sort of betrayal. So we just kind of keep on juggling. But I think there is going to be something coming in that you're going to identify as an ideal for you, some sort of creative track, or something that you're really going to sort of sit and gestate about. Anyway, definitely going to leave that there for you. Do check out your other sun, moon and rising signs. If you're asking about love or money, check out your Venus signs. There may be something in there for you. Don't forget to click like and subscribe if you got something from this, and I'd love to speak to you again soon. Cheers guys, bye bye.